Yesterday, December 7th, 1941, a date which will live in infamy. The United States of America was suddenly and deliberately attacked by naval and air forces of the Empire of Japan. The United States was at peace with that nation, and at the solicitation of Japan, was still in conversation with its government and its emperor, looking toward the maintenance of peace in the Pacific. Indeed, 1 hour after Japanese air squadrons had commenced bombing in the American island of Oahu, the Japanese ambassador to the United States and his colleagues
boarded the landing craft at Weymouth Harbor in England, or Weymouth Harbor. Then we knew that something was up. The real thing was coming, but we still hadn't encountered anything yet, because this was on the other side of the channel. This was on the England side. That was the real McCoy. Then when after we got across the English Channel, I assumed it was around 20. As history tells, it was about 20 to 30 miles across the English Channel. But the real thing was when we neared the French shores, and heard all the bombardment and everything. That was when we knew the real thing was coming in. Yeah, I killed two SS. Well, I killed one S-Trapper and helped my friend finish off the other one. Yeah, I was involved in killing two of them, let's put it that way. And this officer asked him a question he wanted to know. One SS trooper spit right in his face. Spit right at him, and spit right in his face. I've seen him do it. And so he was a major, and he became enraged, and he says, and we were up there in security guard from down in our headquarters. This was back at Regimental. And he says, take these two up. It was at a farmyard night. He says, take these two out behind the barn. He says, I don't want to see them back here. So this kid and I, we took them out, and it was like I say, we're dumbfounded, And so we went out behind the barn. He says, geez, Carl, he called me Carl. He said, what are we going to do? I says, shoot them. What the hell? We had our carbines right there. He said, shoot him? Yeah, he said, take him out. He said, I don't want to see him back here. And so I said, it's a direct order from the major. I never thought nothing out about, about the legal part, So they were standing right there, and he just kept looking at me, staring me right. Of course, SS troopers, they never smiled anyhow. They were kind of mean. And so I just brought up my rifle. And he says, "You going to shoot him, Colonel?" What are you going to do? He says, "It don't mean nothing to me." I said, he's a nest trooper. I said, how many American soldiers do you think that they've shot? Geez, he says, I don't know. And he was a little bit more. I didn't care. I felt that way because he told me that. So I pulled that carbine up and I aimed right for his heart because I didn't want him to move after I shot him. He went down, and this kid shot after I did, and he was kind of nervous. And the guy fell down on the ground. The guy I had shot and fell. He didn't move, and the other guy was moving a little bit. So I went up, and he said, "Carl, I don't know if I can." I said, "I told you to shoot him in the heart." So I went up and I pumped another one. I shot one right in his heart, so make sure. And he was dead. But then we come around back, and they left laying there. So I don't ever know what happened to him after that. But we went out in front, and pretty soon the major, the interrogating officer, he says, evidently he was through. There was a few other prisoners there, but I don't think that they were SS guys. These two were definitely SS. They were mean troopers. And so we come back, and then finally he says, well, you guys can go. He says, and so then they come and got us in a Jeep and took us back down to the headquarters. And so I never talked too much about it.